in the game just to get my fatty. And these lazy ain't got competition. It's me versus me, love Key Talk.
Welcome back to Key Talk Media. This your host, Key Talk. Check it out, man. All right. Hey, if y'all want to see me grow like I want to see me grow, make sure you hit that like button for me, and let's get into it. So there's a new rising artist out of Chicago. His name is VonOff1700. Well, it looks like he came down to Texas, and now he done pissed off some Texas people in Dallas and also in Houston, and we'll get into the story, right? So VonOff1700 came down and he did a song with a Dallas artist that's currently popping and rising right now called FBG Murda, right? And they did a song called Relapse. Now, FBG Murda is got ops from 5K and ATM, which of course, you know, 5K and ATM, those are the guys that just jumped another Dallas rapper that goes by the name of D-Glock, right? So the very people that jumped D-Glock is now pissed off at VonOff1700. Why? Because VonOff1700 mentioned one of they dead homies inside of a song with FBG Murda, right? He said FBG Murda say Jizzle smoke good or something like that. So I told him to mix it in with some top. So even though he wasn't directly dissing, 5K and ATM fallen member Jizzle, he still mentioned the name and mentioned smoking on the name, right? And you know, inside of hip hop, whenever you say you smoking on somebody, that's just the ultimate disrespect, you know, but that actually get you killed, like in real life, you know what I'm talking about? It go from a track and a record to actually getting killed, right? So you should be able to see a picture either to the left or to the right of exactly you see the members and the messages that they said. So pretty much they one of the members that goes by the name of K Shooter, which of course he's a 5K member / ATM. He posted a picture of VonOff1700 and said, "Boy, I don't even take you serious." Then into rap because a lot of people in Texas say that VonOff1700 kind of look like a nerd because the way he be having his glass. I don't know, they be saying he look like Arthur off of DW off of Arthur, right? And then also you can see some of the other members, Mad Max. So Mad Max, 5KMadMax is another, Dallas rapper that was also in with Jumpin' D-Glock. But also, I did another video about the two Mad Maxes that got into it with each other, but they ended up doing a song together. And 5KMadMax is one of the members that also wrote about VonOff1700 as well. And he said, "They're not even from Dallas. Why he mentioning, bro?" And y'all may be thinking they just playing games and playing around, but they will, talking about if the opportunity arose, buddy with real life probably get smacked, I'm talking about. And then of course 5KLilD is another Dallas rapper. We gotta do some unlocked characters here soon, right? 5KLilD, he said LaVon just crashed out, and he put the little nerd emoji with the glasses because obviously all the 5K members they ain't too happy with Von right now, right? So of course, Von is, whenever he come down to Dallas, he going to be tied in with FBG Murda, so he cool with FBG and everybody that they actually cool with, but it is a line drawn as far as like 5K ATM. Pretty much, VonOff1700 has came down to Dallas, and he has, the person that he worked with, which is FBG Murda, he's now taken upon all of his ops, right? And that's kind of how it be going whenever artists come and work with other artists, though, right? Now, with that being said, now we got to switch to the Houston part, right? So he came down, VonOff1700 went to Houston. After being there for a day, 24 hours, he said in an interview with Say Cheese that Houston is overrated. And he said all the women in Houston was fat and bunk that he actually saw, right?
I'm doing decent. Houston overrated as fuck.
Nigga, you only been there for a day. You ain't even got to see nothing.
I've been here I went outside as soon as I got here. I took a shower, went outside. I went to like 3-4 clubs. All
Man, this
fat
part,
bunk now.
It's women and parties everywhere.
Man, the women and parties I seen was fat bunko great. I don't like
Nah, man.
Now, it has been an extreme storm inside of Houston for the past day, which is the day that he was actually there, a couple of days actually, a few days. It's been an extreme storm, so a lot of people really just being inside the house. So Buddy done went down there during like a devastating storm that knocked off lights, knocked off cell phones. The weather was just terrible, right? And he said he went to the club, and it pretty much wasn't no baddies there. Now, a lot of the H-Town people stepped in, notably one of the Houston rappers that goes goes by the name of Saucewood Winning, which of course, you know, that's Sauce Walker's artist out of H-Town, Texas. And he was like, what the fuck is bro talking about? And like I say, you should be able to see it either on the right side of the screen or on the left side of the screen. But he came out and was like, what the fuck is bro talking about? And that post that I did on my Instagram at Key Talk Media actually got a lot of people in it. You know, some people saying, nah, but he might be right. But then, of course, most of the people, the majority of the people is like, man, he over here, he tripping. I'm talking about coming down to Texas and just going off on everything. I'm talking about, but it's just a part of it all, right? It's just how the hip hop world goes, right? Even from the part that wouldn't happen in Dallas, where you mentioning this person's name or that person's name. If now you're working with FBG Murda, and it's just a collaboration of music, right? To us, it's just a collaboration of music, but to those that's actually involved with it all, they take it as just extreme disrespect, right? And now, as far as the whole Houston thing about saying the women there was fat and bunk, I mean, it is a personal opinion, right? Personally, I don't care at all. You know what I'm talking about? But of course, the city of Houston probably looking like, man, what you mean? Because actually, a dancer named Lola Money came out and was like, yeah, bro, smoking BS. And then, of course, I posted that on my Instagram as well, and she's super bad. I'm talking about she one of the baddest dancers inside of Houston. You know what I'm talking about? So I went ahead and posted her up and what she said too, and of course, a lot of comments on there as well. Y'all should really go and follow my Instagram at Key Talk Media if you don't, because that's where we be getting lit at. All these stories and topics, it be on the Instagram before it actually makes it over into here, right? Anyway, so, you know, VonOff said that, what is like the 50 laws of power, 48 laws of power say make enemies? Well, it looks like VonOff1700 has definitely made some enemies, but also he's made some fans as well. I mean, notably, obviously, right? A lot of people do like his music. I hear a lot of people say, yeah, no, he's raw. Forget about how he look in the image and stuff like that. He's raw. So, you know, the music is speaking for itself. And then, of course, even though some of the people in Dallas dislike him now, he still got people that do like him, because just like FBG Murda has his fan base and he's on the rise and glowing up right now, everybody not gonna like everybody, right? And it is what it is. But I definitely say, coming to Texas, artists definitely do get a lot of exposure, whether it's exposure for something good or for something positive, negative or positive, it doesn't matter. It definitely does happen, right? Anyway, so we'll just have to see how the story goes. Maybe they can all come together and they can all be peace within the world, peace within everything, right? Doubt that'll happen. But anyways, let me know something. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.